Alright, back at it again. Yeah, welcome. This is Hardspace Shipbreaker. And I am... Hello. Let's get rid of this profile that I've got here on standard and we can start a new game. Unlimited lives, but you work on the clock. Time is money. So yeah, Hardspace Shipbreaker. It's a game about breaking down ships, spaceships, in space. Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of workers has emerged, the Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. It really shouldn't be worth the risk, but it is apparently worth the risk. Also, I think I've got the music turned off. I'll probably have to change that. I don't know. I'm not sure whether we're going to get copyright issues or not. Oh well, I guess it's fair use, isn't it? Anyway, Shipbreaker application. Pave the way to the Galaxy program. Update your application status. Greetings, citizen LF2911805. Congratulations, you've been accepted to Lynx Corporation's pioneering Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. Selection was based on above average physical and cognitive ability. Oh, I feel so loved there. Salvage Station 42, designation Oregon. Demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation. A number of exciting opportunities await you. Employment in this program is at the sole discretion of Lynx Corporation, can be revoked at any time. Acts of malice or insubordination will not be tolerated. I need to put a name in. Let's just put Claire all lowercase. No, because my other account is called Claire. Really? Really? Fuck's sake. Everwork. Yeah, you get brought back to life if you die, which is good. The two female voices sound basically identical to me. Close enough.
Wait, have they actually implemented a filter for language?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. Can I go back? I don't know if I can go back. It doesn't look like I can. That's so sad. I could put link sucks in or something and see what that comes up with. Entomatarian. I eat bugs, please. Thank you. I love bugs. Delicious. Please agree to each statement. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. I am not a member of and have never associated with a workers' union or other labour interest. I have completed my annual medical exam and been cleared of having McCullough's lung. I have no commercial...
voice line samples all orgasms.
But there's no voice, like, there's no dialogue. It's just your pain reactions for, you know, accidentally setting yourself on fire and stuff while you're breaking ships. I have no commercial real estate interest on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation state of Arizona. Independence for Arizona. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to a Van der Waals field. I will vote for Chancellor Chun Zhang in the Pan-American Senate election. Yep, you literally just don't get a job if you don't agree to vote for who they tell you to vote for. I'm not going to hit the skip training session, even though I know what I'm doing, because it's kind of context that makes more sense for you guys watching. So we'll go through the tutorial. Then we get the intro. Yay! Basically, corporate dystopia, union breaking stuff in the storyline. And then the actual gameplay is a fun physics game.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, what's the next cutter that takes his seat?
Hell yeah. Their base looks very... It is very cool. It's not quite like that, but it's basically like that. Space. God, I love space. Let's do the greatest. Welcome to Morgan
Hello,
Station.
Cutter 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space. Boundless promise.
We have to
Limitless
listen to the corporate
resources.
jargon.
A brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now
Which is the
spanning
fast
all the
travel
way
way
to
of-
Jupiter,
Yeah.
these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity
It's a
to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny
It's
one
an
day.
M&S job.
Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance.
Mm-hmm.
Your first step is to join our Ever Work program, the greatest gift we give
So
our
you work
employees,
forever.
turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. luck.
Yay. Thanks, boss. Yes, I want a fresh start. Press to begin genetic extraction. Death is a fresh
Video
start. I
observation
want a fresh
complete.
start. I
To
want
finalize
death.
onboarding,
Yay.
your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx EverWork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable.
Largely tolerable.
Please note,
Thanks,
We all
Control.
want to be fresh.
Absolutely.
employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body. Beginning extraction now.
So yeah, that's where your voice selection comes in, basically. It's just you screaming in pain at various opportunities.
Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
So yeah, the original you gets just murdered instantly first day on the job. But it's okay, because we have a series of clones, which can be reduced to order infinitely. Congratulations! It is now safe to die. Shipbreakers are responsible for the cost of biomaterials used in the Everwork process. An additional fee is required for deaths that occur outside working hours. Yeah, so because this is, dystopian future, this is the bill for dying and having that happen. And just everything. Transportation to work site, $500,000. On-site training, helmet interface software update, meal prep annual, waste management human brackets premium, etc., etc. Which one was the most expensive? Lifeguard genetic backup storage. Yeah, that makes sense. So I am now over $1 billion in debt to my boss. Debt is a sign of being prepared. Is it? I feel like it's not. Anyway, so now we're going to go straight into the tutorial, which, you know,
All right.
I know
Breathe.
all of that anyway, but
You're okay.
it helps us get introduced to
Everything's
Weaver.
gonna be just
He's
fine.
our manager,
There you go. Plenty
supervisor.
of folks feel a bit woozy with the first spare.
Yeah, has just
Anyway.
died, bro.
Welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region. This year's Morrigan Station.
Honestly, I'm kinda bored of dystopian capitalist stereotypes at this point.
Yeah,
Get new material.
it's true. But it is fun because,
test out
like,
your
we end up
organization
forming a
control.
union and, like,
Do me a
bringing
favor
down
and
the
look up
capitalist
at that
stereotype,
cargo elevator up above.
which is a bit fun.
That's it.
Tutorialize.
So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
So we can roll like this.
All right. Now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now.
Now we
Try
go
moving around.
like this.
Now vertical control.
With X and circle.
Looks good. Now, to finalize
can
the
do this.
checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints.
This is not a game for people who get motion sick, it must be said. I'd love to do it in VR. I mean, it probably would.
Used
be
to
gross,
be a cutter
but-
myself, you know. Till there was some complications with my last revive. Those
Yeah,
are
poor old
early
Weaver just
days
straight
in
up
the deck,
died.
though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost
Where's
forgot the
the
most
other-
important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
Brakes is hold both sticks down at the same time, which is
All right.
a weird control until you're
Looks like
used
the
to
bay
it.
here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this crap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now. Dang thing. Would you just...
There we go. Furnace is on, so I can use my grapple.
There you go.
Or I would. Weaver, can you turn my grapple on?
Furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying. These things are hot as all get out.
Yes, they are hot.
Try not to drift into them by accident.
It's okay though, because I'll
Okay.
be cloned
Let's get a handle on your
if I
grapple
do,
tool.
but
This fella here is a shipbreaker's
so
bread
grab
and butter.
things, we push
This
things.
is how we move salvage around.
Grab,
Activate the
push.
beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a
grab,
go. Move one of
push.
these pieces into either furnace. So, when
grab.
you're holding an object with the grapple, you can
Push.
retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it. Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall
Wait,
we?
there's another bit of
You
scrap.
may have already noticed that
Get
these
in
are
there.
too heavy to move with your grapple.
They are. They've got an
I'm
orange
enabling
outline,
your
not a blue
scanner so
outline,
we
which
can
means
check
that
out their
they're too heavy.
structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
But I can scan
This mode of
them.
your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now
It's
are
the
these
yellow.
cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting.
Give me the cutter.
You
Scan
got
point.
quick access to all your tools through your HUD.
Give me.
Just open up your
Just
tool
let me do it, Weaver.
and choose
Let me do it.
the
Let
cutting
me do it.
tool.
Let me do it.
The
There
cutting
we go.
tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's
Stinger.
designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
Like that.
That's how
So
you
we
do
can
it.
split that in
Okay.
half.
Let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these.
Oh god.
Do me
Weaver,
a
hurry
favor.
up.
Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect.
Just watching through my
Wish
eyes,
me
bro.
luck, your Cutter.
It's got some like
Me and
webcam.
technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, All right.
Okay, so
We're
let
in
me
business.
grab these.
Now swap over your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
And grab. And push. Push. Get in there. Move it. At the moment, my push is not very strong, so we can upgrade that though eventually. So it's going to fall into the processor and get processed anytime you like, bud. Get in there.
Well, okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there.
This one just needs cutting in half
Now,
because
this
it's
beast
too
is way too heavy to move
heavy.
as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down. And there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of.
Indeed.
We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool, start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
Alright, so we can cut
Now
like
try
the
changing the angle of the cut.
guy in
We're
the
in business.
opening sequence
I've
was showing
unlocked
us.
the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm gonna turn on
there we
your
go, so I can cut that now.
so you can track how much work there is left to
And
do.
I can push the
This
two
thing will track
halves.
how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
And paying off, you know, the $1 billion in debt. Because, you know, I'm basically like an indentured worker at this point. It is very, very bad. Push.
Deposit accepted.
They're both in? They're both in. There we go. So now we're maxed out. Salvage goal reached.
Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there. Fly on over back to the master.
I'm
shack.
flying. I don't
Put a
fly very
marker on it
fast
so
at
you
this
can
point in
find
the
it
game.
easy.
So, what's the difference between the fire hole and the not fire hole?
So the furnace is for soft metals and also just things that need to go in the bin, you know, like rubbish. And the processor is generally for more complicated stuff. It's nanocarbon and titanium, which need to be like recycled, basically. And then there's also the barge, which is the third option, which is like things that are going to be reused. So like furniture and electricals and stuff go down in there. Like if you're pulling all the computers out of the flight deck and stuff. This is my hub. This is where I live. It's beautiful.
One. Incoming transmission waiting.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need. This
It'll
is
make more sense when we
officially
actually
called
do a full ship, but I'm
ready-made
just going to go through.
long-term employee habitation.
Weaver is
something or other.
getting us settled
Around
in
here,
at the moment.
we just call it your hab. Now, how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning. Sleep tight there, Cutter.
Thanks, Dad. I love the dystopian posters. Just a yellow sign that says decor.
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
Thanks, Control. I got emails, and we've also incurred
Rise
more
and
costs
shine,
overnight.
Hope you feel
Which is
well
just
rested.
grim.
Ready to continue your training?
Are you going to teach me how
Okay.
to answer my emails?
Let's
Yes,
have a
yes.
look at
Okay.
your employee terminal.
Important to
Let's
tutorialize
get
how to
caught
do
up on career
emails.
progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation. Go on and give it a read.
Uh-huh. I would. There we go. Open my messages.
Clear
Okay.
as mud.
How to get
Don't worry.
certified.
I'm here to
Basically,
walk
the
you through
more
the
highly
process.
ranked you are, the
Soon
more
enough, I'm gonna introduce
dangerous
you to
the
some
ships
of
you
the
work
other
on
shipbreakers.
are, but
Most
the
of them
proportionally more
are
reward you're
willing
going to
help
get.
you out too. All right, let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
So we go over here. Click the start shift button.
This screen shows which ships you have access to. Each morning, you can choose to continue working on the ship you got or start a fresh one.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and claim one.
I'm going to take Royal Brewster over here because we're going to get 2 repair kits. So you get one at salvage goal 4 and at 5. whereas the others only get them at 5, so the more repair kits the better, because your equipment starts to fall apart, and that's bad. Thumbs up.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it
Using the whole buffalo. Oh, God, I love Weaver with his bizarre country.
Start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observing, giving you any help if you need.
Shit.
Good luck, Cutter.
Okay, that was dumb of me. I was going for the cut point there, without thinking about the fact that the thruster cap, when you're at this low level, is also cuttable, whereas later on it becomes not cuttable. So that was sloppy of me, but whatever. So thruster cap off, that means I can get in the back of the ship over here. Scooch. And we can start taking her apart.
Valuable object.
I feel like, in a workplace surrounded by furnaces, and where you carry around an everything cutter, while in the vacuum of space, the actual...
The actual what? You cut
Also,
off?
I was cutting the points and not the caps locky.
Because... no, I missed the... I cut the cap by accident. I didn't mean to. Basically, just if you damage the stuff you're trying to salvage, you get less money for it. Basically. You're paid by the whole unit. Let's see if I can move this whole group
Applying credits to
into...
account.
That? I'm amazed that that's light enough for me to move, but whatever. So this whole end cap can just go straight into the processor because it's all one big nanocarbon piece. It should make its way over there without me needing to baby it over there.
Also, the actual ship is the least dangerous thing you have to deal with, is what that said.
Yes, absolutely. Well, at this point, yes. Because we've not got anything hazardous in here. We have no pressure issues, we have no reactor, we have no fuel, we have no electrical hazards. When we start bringing those in, the ship will get more dangerous. So I've just gone along the whole starboard side and stripped all the nanocarbon outer hull off, because it's a very easy question of just pulling the cut points, so we can push all of that straight into the processor. We would if it would go into the processor. Get in there. Yeah, one thing that is slightly odd about this game is that it doesn't completely have Newtonian physics. Things will just eventually like drift to a halt rather than just keeping going forever, which is slightly annoying.
You know what made me come up here?
Oh, Weaver, tell us your life story.
One day, we got a batch of this particular model in. One of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything. We almost never saw people looking ones like that. They're always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them. Mothballed for, 20 years or so. Since the
So yeah, AI
took
are
it,
illegal. That's what we were
bought
talking
the whole
about.
lot for pennies, thinking
So
they
there's
could
no
cut
robots
tidy
anymore,
profit
but there
with the
used to be
salvage.
robots.
No word of a lie. These things looked exactly like my stepbrother Jed. He even had the same slack-jawed expression.
Weaver's such a country guy. I
Now,
love him.
Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing, but all the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lynx. I tell you what, it's a sight better to cut
Nope,
up
that's
something
still
that doesn't
not
look like a family
Hello.
relation.
What?
Anyway, I'm running on. I'll clear the channel.
These are so light.
Holler if there's
I was
anything
expecting
giving you
these
grief up
nanocarbon
there,
panels to be
Cutter.
way harder to move.
We were out.
Huh. Anyway, so we're pulling all the outer... hull seems like not the right word here. I guess it is the outer hull. because all of that goes straight into the processor. And then the inner section goes mostly into the furnace, but we have to get the furniture out first. Okay. So, oh yeah, there's also glass is one of the things that goes into the furnace, so I need to cut this window out here like this using the old split saw mode. So that there like that, and on the other side here. And the nanocarbon is too tough for me to actually cut with this saw, so I don't need to worry about breaking it by accident as I line up these cuts. Is that off? It's not completely off. There we go. Get that chunk in there. You see, they've all just come to a stop, whereas if they actually, you know, we were really in vacuum, they should just keep moving, but they don't, which is, you know, slightly annoying. It'd be nice if it was like a setting, you know, you could make the physics more realistic or less realistic as per preference. That would be fun. Alright, keep pushing all of these into the processor. Get in there. Oh, I'm upside down. I hadn't even noticed. That's fine. Oh, I do love just being able to roll in space games. But yeah, totally get how people would find that disorienting if you're a motion sick kind of person.
Accepted for processing.
Right, I was cutting this glass out, wasn't I? There we go. So I need to rip this off this side.
Additional rewards assigned.
Try and line that up nicely. Is that all out? No, it's split in half. Okay, glass is lovely and light, so that moves very quickly. Why did this little wedge stay stuck? Who knows? Anyway, there it is. Glass in the furnace. And that frees up the nanocarbon to the processor. That lovely blue and orange paint job. Oops. Just yeeted myself across the bay. Good idea. Okay. Right, now we can start looking at what's actually inside the core of the ship here. And the answer is basically nothing. Someone has already gutted it. Okay, that's fine. So these flooring panels and the ceiling panels also both go into the processor. Makes it very easy. Oh, that was a bit of a misaligned cut. Wow, that was sloppy of me. That's just going to go straight in the processor. So is this. Yeah, really I should use the stinger on these, but it takes just that little bit longer for it to warm up and melt through that I often get lazy and use the split saw. Oh well, job done fast versus job done right, I guess. Rip. That's going to go over there, and the same with the flooring piece. Push. Push. Now we're untimed for the tutorial here, so I'm just going to finish this whole ship off without... because I could go back into the hab now, because my objective, reach rank 3, is complete. I will rank up as soon as I finish this shift. But I might as well get everything done while we're not on the clock, before I then go inside, and then the next time I will be on the clock.
Wait, the main game is timed. How hellish.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, so you're allowed as many shifts as you like. Each shift is 15 minutes. yeah, you want to like optimize your cuts, so
Processing valuable
it takes you a
deposit.
minimum number of shifts,
Credits transferred.
because you know the amount of profit you can get off one ship is, you know, ultimately finite, and you have costs that accrue every day, so you want to try and get through your cuts.
Man, fuck that.
Well, yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where you start off taking a while to break your ships down, because you know, you're learning, you want to do it right, your tools aren't very good yet, but as you get better and better at it, you'll get the knack of it, and then it's like
Material accepted.
very satisfying.
Credits
This whole
assigned.
piece is quite heavy. I need to cut this. Okay. Gonna cut here. Hope that. Oh no, that's gonna vaporize the whole lot. Alright, whatever. Sometimes you get these tiny bits of structure that are just like too small. Cutting it will just vaporize it entirely rather than splitting it in half, but that's okay because we're not losing very much here. I just want to do that like that, so I can now cut, yeah, the two halves vertically, or like, you know. She's laterally, isn't it, I guess?
Would you lose less if you cut a larger section though?
Potentially, it really depends. It's often hard. If it's, yeah, it can be a bit difficult to tell whether it's going to cut or just vaporize. General rule of thumb is that things labeled structure will vaporize and things labeled panel will cut, but that's not always the case, so I'm not completely sure what the knack of it is. Once I get back in the hab and rank up, I'll unlock tethers, which are those blue like rope things we saw in the cutscene, and they can pull things that are stronger, you know, that are heavier than what my grapple can pull, so I wouldn't have needed to cut it and I could have just towed the whole thing in, but while I don't have that option, I have to make compromises. Get in there, burn, baby.
Material
There we go.
deposited. Account credit applied.
So that's going to burn up. I get a sticker for reaching 95% salvage, which is
All salvage goals
my highest
received.
priority, obviously.
Rewards maximized.
Is getting the stickers. Oh, wait, these got left behind. I don't know where these came off. It's fine. I can pick those up. Scooch. Let's go in there. Anything else that I can spot that's been left lying around? Nope. Stuff we can't interact with yet because we have not reached that point in the game. I find it weird that they even spawn, frankly. Oh yeah, pistons and stuff are for upgrading your car later on. But I literally cannot interact with them at the moment. Anyway, so when we get back in the hab, we should rank to rank 3. Because I took the time to get everything off that ship while the timer was not functioning, I managed to make a little tiny bit of cash, which of course is nothing compared to my honking great debt in the red box at the top corner.
License level increased.
We've gone all the way to rank 3 and we're halfway to rank 4 already, which is nice. I love this. The stinger's name comes from the slight pain of accidentally touching the beam right before total vaporization of the body. It's like, yes, a light sting. Who even reported the light sting? I guess it was somebody who had a spare.
9346-52. Today's
They
weather
cloned.
report: clear and sunny, with a high of minus
And then I get the
270
mini-me sticker.
degrees.
The stickers are the most important thing.
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another ship.
Thanks, Weaver. Did I get more emails? I did. Yay, heavy cargo. Hazards, fire. There we go. So that's our first hazard level. Now there might be things that explode. I go over here into my equipment menu? I can't go into my equipment menu yet. Fine, I see how it is, game. But I do have a sticker, which is the most important thing. I can stick that on my cutter. So now when I wield my cutter... yeah, can I just not unlock any of these yet? Yeah, so the number in the grey squares is the rank I have to be before the option even becomes unlocked for me to buy. And then I still have to have enough of their currency to actually buy it. Anyway, so now I can pick a level 2 hazard level ship. The Luminous Badger Mark II, good name. The Thunder Seacon. Dauntless, the 8th, no, the 13th. Or Leviathan Carrier. Or Shepherd. Alright, let's go with Shepherd. I mean, Shepherd's my gal. Commander Shepherd, I mean. You can't turn that down. Thumbs up. Hell yeah.
Alright. Hold up a second there, Cutter.
Oh god, what's up, Weaver?
Because you've increased your rank, we're going to give you the next greatest ship.
Hell yeah.
Now this one will be full of machinery, electronics, furniture, all stuff that
so he's
Lynx can
introducing
collect and
the
resell.
barge.
You're going to want to throw those
Just where
items
we
on the barge.
want to reuse
That's,
stuff.
the big green thing below you. Go ahead, have a look.
I see it.
Toss
It's
any
green.
valuable objects or components down there. Don't worry about breaking anything. There's a dampening field that'll catch everything.
Yeah.
Works great.
So what we want to do here, for example, is
Let's
this
give it a
antenna
go.
here. I can just unplug, and that goes down to the barge. Because somebody can just buy a, second-hand antenna from Lynx someday.
Applying credit.
Like that. So that's 3 antennae off the top. It's depressurized, of course it is. We haven't got pressure hazards yet. So I can also take the cargo hatch here and put that down into the barge. Just pull the hinges off like that. Can you get down there? Yes, there we go.
Salvage
Took a
accepted.
second thinking about
Credit
it.
applied.
There's also the nacelles here. Those I need to get the cutaway in order to get them to go down. They also go in the barge because I guess you can buy second-hand nacelles. Best thing to do is get above it and then give it a good straight downward push. Goes in the right direction. Alright, let's not fuck up and cut up the thruster cap this time. So there's no actual thrusters yet because, again, we haven't reached a high enough hazard level to have to deal with,
Nice work.
with serious,
Got
scary
that pretty quickly. Now,
things that
let
explode
me teach you about the
and have
kiosk.
fuel running through them.
Once the training wheels come off, Lynx regulations mean you gotta cover your own oxygen.
Oh yeah, I have to
and
pay
fuel
for my
costs.
own oxygen, so if I just start
That's the way
suffocating,
things
that's the
go.
thing that my bosses don't give a shit
Turning it
about.
on now. Now, no need to panic. They'll last you a good while. But if you end up running out, you gotta top up at the kiosk over there. Let's have a look.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, leave it in a second. Just gonna cut this off first. Actually, don't necessarily need to... I do. That's fine. I was wondering if this piece was going to be light enough that I could move it without cutting this inner piece off, but it's so heavy that I actually can't move it at all, which is not ideal. So yeah, we've got a lot of furniture in here. By furniture, I mean things like this fuel tank, which is extremely flammable and just sitting there next to where I'm cutting.
I like how they had the idea for a really chill, power wash style game and then did everything they could to fuck that up.
Absolutely, yeah. So this here is a a panel that's going in the furnace with a bit of stuff that's going in the processor attached to it. So I need to work out how we're going to separate those without losing too much value. So what I'm going to do is line up to cut along that structural point. So the aluminum panel, which is written aluminum, so it's canon that it's aluminum in this universe, I guess. So because I cut it exactly in line with the structural point, the two aluminium halves broke neatly, and the bit that's going in the processor came away from it. That can just go straight into the processor.
Raw material deposited.
Make sure that those cuts were in line, which is good. Right, I might as well go and do my task before Weaver gets snippy at me. He's not actually going to get snippy at me. He's pretty easygoing as a tutorial boss. Like, you know, he walks you through it without getting cross. Like some games tutorials would be like, do the thing!
Is American. Asterisk shocked Pikachu face asterisk.
Well, absolutely.
Good stuff, Cutter.
I dubbed the Shipbreaker.
All right. I'll
There we
leave
go.
you to
And
it.
that was literally all he
We'll
wanted,
chat again when
just
you
to
hit
look
the
at the
next
menu.
rank. Weaver out.
Okay. That nacelle is taking sweet time actually getting down to the barge. Move it. There we go.
Salvage secured.
Alright,
Account credit
so
applied.
fuel obviously can be reused. Goes into the barge.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Yeah, I mean it's I'm actually not sure. I mean Lynx Corp is not really given an obvious like national affiliation. Basically they run the whole Earth. One of the corporations, I forget which one it is, you know, like, obviously maybe just like Mars Colony was founded by a guy who's a parody of Elon Musk. Which frankly is giving Musk too much credit in terms of like his actual like chances of getting life on Mars functioning, but you know. So that whole lot is going to drift off into the processor. This, I can cut these cut points. This panel may be too heavy for me to move, but the little panels will rip away, so it may not matter. Okay, no, it's light enough. That's alright. I'm going to make sure to hold it.
very good at paying other people to do things and then taking the credit for them.
Yeah, but the things he pays them to do are not necessarily sensible things to want done. That's my main beef with him. It's like, especially with Twitter at the moment. It's like, you know, he's just an engineer who comes up with something sensible, but he doesn't like their sensible solution. So he fires that engineer and just finds whichever yes man will do what he wants. Even if what he wants is, you know, in no way a sensible engineering solution to whatever the problem actually was.
But I mean, it might make sense if not Elon Musk is recorded as the person who made Mars happen.
Yeah, true. Possibly. Yeah, he's the humble son of an Australian diamond magnate, as opposed to a South African emerald magnate. So now that we're inside here, I'm going to start stripping out the things that are going into the barge and push them down through the floor, given that I have pulled a hole in the floor. Can we move without exploding? Thank you. There we go. So these things like boxes and crates, any kind of like, yeah, electricals like this door panel, button and stuff.
Account
So
credited.
that tank has still not made it. Move faster, you. The interior lighting, I am often very lazy and don't strip because it's
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
it's very fiddly to go through and actually pull off every single light like this when I could just not.
Salvage deposit secured.
Because in the scheme of
Credits
things, you don't
awarded.
lose that much money if you just let them go into the processor with the stuff that is not meant to be going into the processor. But yeah, so be careful. I'm going to be really careful cutting here. I missed entirely because I was being too careful. Because if I cut next to that soft crate, that will catch fire, and that will be a hazard. Fire degrades your suit, obviously, and also just causes direct damage to you.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Get in the bin, thank you. Just need to keep moving into the processor, please. Or, you know, just do a pirouette in place, that's fine, absolutely. What is physics? We just don't know. Keep going around here, cutting. Looking for all these structural points, and then once the panel is loose, we can just push.
Valuable object accepted
As
for
long as
processing.
they're drifting in generally the right direction, they will generally end up where they need to go. You still have to pay a little bit of attention because way too often have I sent things just gently pushed towards the processor and they've drifted into the furnace or vice versa. It's very annoying. It's like you have to babysit them just a little bit.
You missed the light.
I did indeed miss the light. Yeah, I don't tend to bother.
Fill up your O2. Blue ain't your color.
Okay, I was not paying attention to the fact that my oxygen level has dropped. So I need to go and buy some oxygen before I suffocate.
Processed. Transferring credits.
Which is enough of a priority that I will actually, go and do that. I use my grapple to accelerate me across the bay when I can. Because my thrusters are pretty underpowered at this point. I'll be able to upgrade them later. They are currently not upgraded. Okay, I was pulling that towards me. I did not mean to do that. Didn't realize it was loose. I thought I was pulling me towards it.
Credits awarded.
Keep moving, all of you. Get in there. Move. Go. Yeah, you see, so I just got, 1,000 credits, 3,000 credits lost for not pulling the light off, but, it's such a minor quantity that I tend not to worry about it. When you're talking in tens of thousands of credits for the panel that it's attached to,
Credit transferred.
it's such small fry that I tend not to worry about it. Can you not? Okay, so be really, really careful as I cut this cut point and blow up the tank that's sitting behind it. That would be bad.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
So this bit of nanocarbon gating kind of needs to go into the processor. I need to get it out past everything that's in its way right now. Can you please come in the right direction? Thank you. Push. Push. And now I can get to what was behind it, namely this here fuel tank. Give me that. Pull, pull, tug, tug, tug. Gently, gently, gently. I feel like I should show you what it looks like if I explode this, just for educational purposes, but also I don't really want that. It'll probably happen by accident, eventually. Is this bit still not? Can't believe that one tiny weeny bit of pipe is making this whole
I'm sure
bit.
you'll educate us by accident at some point.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that one tiny bit of pipe was making this panel just heavy enough that I couldn't move couldn't move this whole unit just because it had that teeny weeny bit of pipe stuck. Very rude. Okay, where was it? Oh yeah, so we've actually got an airlock here. It's not functional, but you get to at least see it. Can I push this unit out? No. Okay. So airlocks have like a frame, and then this inner bit. That bit goes in the barge, and everything else around it usually goes in the process. So we've got 6 cut points to deal with. 4 holding the 2 panels either side to each other, and then 2 little ones holding the like inner segment to the outer panel. Oh, I nearly let my cutter overheat there. That's not good. There we go. So that should be the 6 cuts. So now this is loose, even though it's at the moment being held in by the panels. Can I push? Can you please move? Thank you. There we go. So yeah, so this bit, that's like the inner bit of the airlock, goes down into the barge. It's so funny to me because those 6 cut points, like, it is really not airtight. Like, I am sorry, but that is a crappy looking airlock. Anyway, we'll grab the door console because that is actually valuable, worth pulling off, whereas the lamps are not, generally. Just in terms of effort versus value. I do not deem them worth fiddling with.
Where's your space engineer degree?
God, I would love to have a space engineer degree. I did consider engineering as a degree, and then I basically realised that because I had not done maths to A level, I had only done it to AS level. I was not going to get into any engineering degrees. And also, you know, paleo is my babe, even though it's completely no real world application, but, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I should retrain and go into, like, yeah, aerospace engineering or something. That'll be fun.
You saved yourself headaches.
Probably, but I don't know. I mean, I did, yeah, I did physics at A level. I only did half an A level of maths, which is not sufficient.
Hey, Carter, I need you to head back to the kiosk on the start.
Weaver, stop micromanaging my breathing, okay? I have decided that I'm okay with suffocating just to get this job done. So, actually, stop being a mother hen. Just want to get these pillars over there before I go and suffocate. Okay, right, now I can go. It's like, I was in the middle of something, bruh. I can't drop everything to pay money for oxygen. Work by profit. Such a horrible slogan.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
It's my capitalistic right to suffocate for the promise of a little more money.
Absolutely. There are various upgrades that we can do eventually to our O2 systems that will help reduce the amount of money we spend on oxygen, but those are not available to me right now, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm gonna...
01 actual Republicans campaigning against electric hogs.
It's true. It's so funny. The weirdest thing is that, like, Americans basically invented the electric hob, you know? Like, so many kitchen, like, gizmos were available in America before they were available over here, for example, and in many other places. And it's like, actual Americans' actual kitchens are not nearly as cutting edge as, like, you would think that they should be, based on, you know, well, it's weird. Yeah, so sometimes you find junk that just goes in the furnace, like that empty crisp packet and these space rocks.
Transferring
Move,
credit.
Space Rock. No one wants you. You are going to be melted down. So mean to the Space Rock. Whereas the crate goes down there. What the hell was
Raw
that? That's a
material
multi-tool.
Credits deposited.
It's a wrench. Which, like, in a world where I have this super duper laser cutter, feels very old school, doesn't it, to have a wrench? In space. Space wrench. Spanner. Spanner's such a good word. Actually, wrench is a pretty good word too. Fun to say in different ways. Alright, what else have we got inside here? We have got another space rock. Ooh, it's a really light one. Oh god. Even if it were really light, that bonking into my face could absolutely have smashed my helmet.
Bolts very effectively with a laser cutter.
Okay, true,
Having a
but
wrench gives this a more breathage feel.
Material accepted.
so here we've got this one strut of nanocarbon attached to an otherwise furnacey piece. I could probably just make a central cut that would separate the nanocarbon off, but I don't think it's worth it because it's a very tiny little piece. So I'm just going to send that into the furnace. And Control will yell at me just a little bit, but not enough to make it worth it. Oh, she didn't yell. Amazing. Okay, this is the frame for the cargo hatch that I took off right at the beginning. So that just goes straight in the processor. What we got left? So this whole back end is done, I think, so I can just strip it all. If I can line up these cuts, that would be nice. Take both of those cut points with one cut. Ha ha ha, it's efficient. Now, is it light enough that we can move the whole unit? No, it is not. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time, split it in two at this end. Even if we lose those two pieces, but they're very tiny pieces. And now she should just be able to go... Oh wait, never mind. It's, wait, what? So it's actually attached to each other at this end. Okay, I hadn't twigged that. That was weird. Now you go that way. Thank you. Right, that one go there. The other side go into the furnace on the other side. And again, I could strip off all those little lights, the red flashy bulbs, but it's just, they're so tiny and it's hard to pull them off, like, efficiently and accurately. So I am simply not going to bother. Now, over here in the cockpit, we've still got some actual furniture, so I need to take cupboards out.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
4 cupboards and 2 seats. Looks like.
Salvage secured.
Which
Applying
is,
credit.
yeah, pretty low hazard stuff. I mean, later on we'll get into, like, electricals, which can arc and zap you and make your equipment malfunction and all sorts of other fun stuff. But this is all pretty harmless.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
The chair. Praise the chair. Am I running out of oxygen again? Bloody hell. My god, character. Stop needing to breathe so much.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits
Alright,
awarded.
this lot can now go towards the furnace. Because we got all the furniture out. Do you reckon I can make these cuts before
Fuel
suffocating?
levels are low. Fuel supplies are available for purchase.
Sounds like
at the
a
master
no,
jack.
to be honest. Alright, whatever. I will not, in fact, risk it.
Warning. Oxygen reserves
Oh yeah,
are
we've gone to
critical.
the really, really critical beeping moment. It's fine. If I do actually run out of oxygen, I don't die instantly, you know, like it takes a little while for
Oxygen levels
Okay.
stabilizing.
a very, very rapid while,
Why
but,
no?
you know.
Lynx would make more money if they sold you oxygen in bigger bundles.
Possibly. What do you mean? Well, I mean, the main thing is it interrupts me working, which means less profit for them, you'd think. I don't know. Then again, the longer it takes me to do my job, the more I have to keep paying the costs.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I think, yeah, the longer it takes me to do my job, I then accrue costs, which I'm constantly, you know, having to pay. So they're making money off me, even if I'm making them less money.
Okay, but like your costs are pittance compared to the value of shipbreak you do.
I know, right? That's basically what the story of the storyline is that, you know, we go on strike, and the bosses are like, turns out the work they do is actually valuable to us, and we can't necessarily just treat them like shit. Okay, so by cutting up the window, this bit all falls apart into nice, manageable sized chunks, which doesn't make a great deal of sense because that means that the window was like structurally, you know, integral to holding the whole ship together, which I feel like is pretty impressive. Load-bearing window. Anyway, once those drift into the furnace, we should be done. Push. Move. Move it. Oh, he's so nearly there. Come on, hurry it up. There we go. So like a little bit of red there because there were things like lights and whatever that I didn't strip, but...
Raw material processed.
Why did you stop over here? Get in there. Also, that little asteroid didn't make it very far. Space rock. Move. Yeah. Once we unlock tethers, we won't have to baby stuff into the furnace quite so much because we can just tie it to it.
Asterisk door console 70,000 credits asterisk.
Yeah. Okay, to be fair, yeah. This button's quite expensive, but still, we're over 95%, which is good enough. That's the usual threshold for you done good. That's where you get the sticker. Bonk! I just crash into the door. End my shift. So yeah, not too bad. What did I lose? 20 little lamps. Nanocarbon. One little bit of... It's only 51 kilos of aluminium lost, for example, compared to... How much aluminium did I actually salvage? Yeah, like over 2,000 kilos. So like, the vast majority of it went in. Yeah, so we've earned MP, that's our ranking up points, and LT are our links tokens. That's the currency we need to upgrade our equipment. Because our bosses pay us in a currency we can only use to buy stuff from them. The best kind of currency. Oh,
Hello,
Pusscat.
Shipbreaker.
Hello.
Please enjoy this inspirational message. The last 10% of a job takes as much energy as the first 90%.
Yeah, it's funny. I tried explaining this game to my mum,
always give 110%.
and she couldn't see past the cute paw logo. She's like, oh, but how can your bosses be evil? They have a cute paw. It's like, yeah, kitty cat toe beans.
Hey, Cutter. I'm looking at the stats coming from your bay, and it's looking like you're really going to make your way around here.
Thanks, Weaver.
Time to learn about how to upgrade your equipment. Some
Hell
of the
yeah.
more advanced tools you'll soon have at your disposal.
Oh, I love advanced
Head
tools.
on over to your workbench in the equipment room, and we'll see about upgrading your tools.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for tutorializing this to me, Weaver. It's not like I've completed the game twice over already. Up,
I'm
equipment.
going to read this straight from the manual. Links rewards hard
You're an advanced tool, Weaver.
tool improvements and new equipment. Reaching salvage goals is essential
I don't know why
becoming a master shipbreaker. Basically, they want to make sure you prove yourself first, before giving you the big guns. Completing salvage goals will net you shiny links tokens. Use those tokens here to get yourself some new gear. So let's get going and learn about one of the most important tools in a shipbreaker's toolbox. Tethers.
Absolutely. So we want to unlock tethers. That's our nice blue gravity strings
Repeat after me, Cutter.
that yank
Tethers
things.
are your friends.
Absolutely.
Now, have a quick read, and let's hop back in the bay.
Tethers can be deployed to establish two electromagnetic anchors that pull objects along a field medium. So yeah, you attach them one end to one thing and the other end to the other thing, and they pull towards it. You know, yeah, pull it together. Can I actually unlock anything else at this rank? I don't think I can. No, that's so sad. But I do have more stickers. Highest priority. What do we get? Links. Safety 3rd. Complete the tutorial. And I got another mini-me, right? No? Yeah, I did. I get one on my grapple as well as on my cutter. What do you want me to train on? Okay, training ship. Absolutely. So because my previous shift wasn't timed, I could have like broken it down in two halves and ended the shift anytime I wanted. But I did it all in one go.
Let me tell you how to use these things.
Tethers.
Are more powerful than the beam of your
Oh
grapple.
yeah, I forgot there's a big
They're
tutorial.
great for moving super heavy salvage. Try it out.
So
Press
yeah,
and
we've
hold
just
the
got
secondary
these.
input for the grapple to begin placement. Point where you want the salvage to move to, then release the input to create the tether.
That's very easy. So we just go like this with left trigger, and then we drag down like that, and then we go like that, and that will pull itself towards it. When it shows up in red, that means it's not got a like direct line of sight, which means that it will break after a certain length of time. When it's blue, it's doing fine.
Great.
Like that.
Now,
Easy peasy.
what if you want to get rid of the tethers you've already placed? There's a cancel command you can send, but take note that it clears all of your tethers. Go ahead and try it now.
Alright, so I can cancel
Yeah.
tethers like that
There you
using
go. Now, you've
down on
got
D-pad.
unlimited tethers during this training exercise. But after this,
unlimited
when you need
tethers,
more,
but
you'll
no,
have to
I'm gonna
buy
start
from the
buying them.
kiosk. Let's see how well you can handle them. Try and clear out a bunch of that scrap.
So
You
we
can
can also
stack
tether
multiple
things
tethers on one object to increase the pull force.
to each
You
other.
can also chain objects of any size together to move them as a group. I've seen some cutters do incredible things.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't have the knack of like, you know, setting up a whole load of tethers so that when I then do a cut, the whole lot of them pulls apart. What did I manage? I just tethered that to the roof. Yes, I did. Okay, well that tether's going to break because it was pulling in the wrong direction anyway, so that's fine. I don't need to worry about that.
Salvage deposit accepted.
So they're all just going to work their way
Well done,
down,
Cutter.
but we don't need to worry
Like
about
I
it.
said, tethers are your friends. Once you get the hang of
Tethers
them,
are
you can
indeed
get pretty
buddy.
creative on how you use them. Now, when you're ready, let's go back to the hab and continue with the day.
I wonder whether it would be more efficient to, when you get a ship, just tether it all into one bay immediately and then just process like.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Yeah,
Applying credit.
potentially. Honestly, amazing. I actually got a tiny weeny bit of money there. Incredible. I hadn't even noticed. Yeah. I mean, you gotta wonder whether just like breaking it down at all is more profitable than just like scrapping the whole thing.
15 ships per shift at like a 50% loss rate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you gotta. I guess it's not necessarily like a well-modeled economic system because, yeah. I mean, you think that in a space mining kind of society, where you've got effectively infinite like raw resources in terms of like asteroid mining and stuff, like, do you really need to be really diligent about recycling all of it? I don't know. Oh, so we got heavy cargo, a light cargo, a station hopper, and an exolab. Let's go and grab the exolab. It's a scientific ship. We'll see what they've got going on. So we start out with 20 tethers.
It is my distinct
Oh yeah, we
honor
get to meet
and
everybody
privilege
else.
to introduce
Because
you to
tutorial's
the rest of the crew
over.
in our sector. Sound off, everyone.
Hey, Rook. Name's Lou.
Hello. There's Lou.
I was the worm until you showed up.
She's our resident
Oh, thank you.
agitator. She's the one who's going to
Now
start
I
the union.
get to do everything.
She's
What
great.
are you talking about? We don't do that.
There's Dee Dee.
Welcome
She's Mama
aboard.
Bear.
Don't listen to her. I'm Dee Dee.
And there's Kai. He's useless.
Kai! Your mic's still messed up.
And that's their respective personality traits.
How about now?
Better.
Oh, hey, I'm Kaido. Kai.
Mic's still busted, huh?
Oh, yeah, still waiting on the rec to get approved.
Heaven forbid they give us functional gear.
I'm sure they're working on it as fast as they can. Cutter, I added you to the sector comms channel. It can get lonely.
I am now in the group
Helps
chat,
to check in with each other from time to
which
time.
is nice. So yeah, I've just taken the solar panels off the side.
Chin-wagging. Let's get back to it. Weaver out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's all
Later,
going
Rook.
on here. Airlock is open, so I can just drift in here and take the floor out. So yeah, now I'm actually on the clock. Why is that not coming out? Push down. Thank you. So yeah, my shift timer is in the top corner, top middle even. 13 minutes remaining. So with the floor out, that means I can just move all this stuff that needs to go down to the barge. Together, I'm going to tether these computers so they don't drift off too far. Oh, actually, that was only 2. I didn't need to tether quite so many.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Yeah, pull the interior furniture like that. Might as well take the roof off while I'm here. Like that. This one's going in the furnace, so I can be very lazy with my tethers. And now I don't have to baby it in, because I can just send it a tether over that and say float in that direction, and it will mostly float in
Salvage
that direction.
secured. Applying credit. Deposit accepted for processing.
So I think we've got an electrical hazard in here. Might not be. I thought I saw wiring. Then again, these don't seem to be live, so it may just be not live wires. Oh, Bunny! Oh, we found him. The most important character in the whole game. This is Bunny character D. Isn't he just the cutest thing you've ever seen? Look at that little guy.
Credits transferred.
So anyway, I can pick him up and take him home with me, and he'll now go and sit on my desk. And yes, he is baby. I have to say, when I first found him, I thought for sure that there would be like a whole load of different characters that you had to find them all, but no, it is just Bunny D, the pink one.
Isn't that like stealing from Link's Corp or some BS?
I mean, technically, yes. Hal, the villain, who hasn't arrived yet, will complain about us stealing components and stuff.
Credits deposited.
But yeah, not yet, thankfully. So we've got a little comms array that is
For processing.
attached to the panel. Nice little cut points, so it's easy enough to pull. And that goes down to the barge as well. Got more computers.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
We can just pull them off. Anything that comes up with the like multiple arrows on the reticle means that it will come free if you pull it. Whereas yeah, most things don't have that. like this. Does not got the many,
Processing object. Applying
many
credits to
arrows.
account.
Keep on taking the floor out. Oh, we've got an antenna here. I hadn't even noticed that. I should have probably looked for that straight away. Can I cut this? I can. Good, okay. Sometimes those are of high cut grades where you need like explosives, but that'll be later on. I haven't unlocked the explosives yet. And I have now got low oxygen level, but it's okay because there are actually just some random oxygen canisters sitting here, which again is probably stealing from links technically, but and also probably, you know, not at all health and safety compliant, but it's free, which makes it a win. Can you please go in the right place? Okay, thank you. Yes, there's also a med kit here and a couple more O2 bottles. So I'll keep that panel and not cut it.
Salvage secured.
For as long as I can,
Account
because
credit applied.
I can come back to that oxygen. I've also got a whole load of random bottles. Why are you just leaving? Wait, these are not drinking bottles. What's that logo? Looks like a... It's like a hazardy logo. Maybe it's just like oil or something for the engine. I don't know. So yeah, we've not got any thruster systems unlocked yet, so these ships are all very inert at the moment. Nice and safe. Excuse me. I just got myself turned around. I need to roll. There we go. So yeah, this piece, I actually could cut it into 3 by taking these cross beams off and then the thruster cap at the back, but because I don't need to, they're all going in the processor anyway, so I can just send the whole lot over there. Big on. Yes, this is what I was worried about. It's not live, thank goodness, but yeah, there is electrical wiring back here, which is really fiddly because it is cut, like attached to these panels in a lot of places. The cables, because they're soft copper, need to go into the furnace. The panels that they're attached to need to go into the processor, which means I need to cut them all off. Which, yeah, is just a lot of cuts.
Deposit accepted for processing.
I thought that was going to be really sloppy and that was actually going to get damaged for a second there, but it wasn't. It was fine. So I'm going to grab that loose bit of cable before it gets yeeted off.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
That. And let me pull the cable. Yeah, I'm sure, of course, what I could do is just like tether all the cables together and move them in one big group. But yeah, I find that tethers on small objects in close quarters just get like tangled and then time out or something. Just, yeah, I don't have the knack of it, which is a bit of a shame.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
So here we've made it to the airlock. Should we want to do our usual 6 cuts? 1, 2, and then a 3.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Thumbs up. Done
Salvage
good.
goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
1, 2, 3. Weaver's going to tell us we've got 5 minutes left in a second. I took the door console off to the outside already, which is good. Cable. Again, these are actually like load-bearing cables, which makes no sense, but
Alright.
the panel won't
This
come
is your
off until you
5-minute warning,
it.
Cutter. 5 minutes left.
Yep,
We're out.
there we go. 5 minutes. 2/3 of the way through our shift, and that's fine because we're about 2/3 of the way through our salvage calls. Probably not going to finish cutting the whole ship in one shift, but we got relatively close to cutting the whole ship in one shift, which I can be moderately proud of. Okay, so this lot should come off now. Let's just pull the outer paneling. Ah, nope, never mind, cancel that tether. There's still cables attached there. Give me those. Didn't see them, they were hidden under the airlock.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that
Okay,
excess
I
carbon
will
dioxide
try not
can
to
cause
suffocate on
damage
company
to
time.
equipment.
Thank you. Get that in there. Where were those free O2 bottles? They were hanging out over here. I'm gonna scooch over here and grab one of them. Haha.
Oxygen
Can't get
level
me,
zero.
big links. Airlock goes in the barge. Panels drifting into the processor very
Object
slowly.
accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
That bit of cable goes in the furnace. Ooh. One of the first things I upgrade usually is my braking. So every time I start a new game and I have these like severely underpowered brakes, it's always surprises me slightly. Like being able to stop at like, you know, a moment's notice. Usually in these mackerels, one side will be easier than the other because one side will have the airlock, and usually the reactor will be on the same side. So like that side you have to keep like cutting things in different orders in order to get like past everything, whereas on this side I can just cut everything at once in one nice straight line because there's no like object in my way. And it's totally worth doing all of this with the cabling, by the way, because it's pretty valuable. So, okay, let's see if I grapple those two pieces together like that, and then move them both. That's how that works. So yeah, what the guy does in the opening cutscene is basically like tethers like the outsides of the panels together and then moves the whole lot.
Tether supplies are dropping.
It almost never works as neatly as is shown in the cutscene.
Processing object. Applying credits to
Not
account.
even cutscene, what do you want to call it? Cinematic.
Material deposited.
You got 6 ticks till this turkey's done, Cutter. Gobble gobble.
Ah, I vaporized. I didn't mean to vaporize that cable. Oops. It's fine, I was aiming for the cut point and just missed, evidently. Okay, 60 seconds left. What can we do in 60 seconds? Well, I can cut that. And cut that. And get this moving towards the processor. Like that. I got all the furniture out from the inside. I don't have the objects mode on my scanner at the moment,
Valuable object
so I have not unlocked it.
credits deposited.
Big shame. I can move this little bottle. That can go in the furnace. That's a, you know, important use of my time with 20 seconds remaining. Yeah, and so we're getting it timed out, and that's the end of our shift. Need one last cut. No. Too slow. Right, so we're pretty much done with this ship. 6 million out of about, yeah, like, yeah, it's another 2 million to go. That's good. Move up to rank. Quota complete. Always nice to get that little chime. Feels like you're accomplishing stuff. Honestly, it's one reason I love gaming just so much generally. It's like, gives you discrete, achievable goals, you know? Like, yes, you need X number of points to do Y. And when you get Y, you get a happy, you know, happy voice. It's like, life doesn't give me that gratification, you know?
Hey, Rook.
Anyway, so here's Lou.
Our crew should crack some beer sometime. You know, shoot the breeze, fantasize about a debt-free life and all that.
Yeah, mega mood, absolutely.
Not that that's going to happen anytime soon.
So Lou wants to
Like,
have a
Leo's
social
been at
life,
this
but she
for
can't
years.
because she lives in a corporate dystopia.
20 maybe?
She's just going to complain
I was
about
just
it.
getting kicked out of grade school when he started.
But that's okay.
Dee Dee sends most of her money home. Goes through links, of course, with huge transfer fees. And Kaito, well,
Kaito sucks at his job.
Kai's great. He just hasn't really taken to the work. Lynx calls him a low earner. As for me, I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. I just need enough to get me one of those mining skiffs. You know, for boat running. There's still so many rich rocks along the frontier line. Eventually want to hire some friends from back home. Oh, the Airs platforms. Around Mars? Good people. But
So Lou wants to go off and live in the expanse. I can't blame her.
Just when I think I'm earning at a steady clip, there's another fine or fee.
What a great show.
It's not
Honestly, I should
fun
do a
as
whole
hell and all,
rewatch of
but
The Expanse. So good.
I got other plans. Maybe you do too. Anyway, don't want to get a fine for tying up comms? Kidding. That's not a thing. I don't think. Either way, good luck, Rook. Lou out.
Thanks, Lou. Anyway, Bunny, more importantly, is now sitting on top of my computer.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Lynx mandates a maximum of 8 hours of sleep. Any extra sleep time will be docked from the next pay cycle.
Absolutely. You get your pay docked if you oversleep. Just incredible. Our first Atlas model ship is now available. There's Bunny. This is Bunny's backstory. Program used a wide range of stylized animal-based characters and heavy psychological analysis was used to determine which of these characters were most popular. Despite appearing very similar to Bunny characters A, B, C, E, and G, Bunny character D was determined to be the most popular among children aged 4 to 12. Bunny character F was the least popular, reportedly due to disturbing facial features, but he was the most popular among those aged 25 to 40. So there we go. There were also, moose character, pigeon characters, and salmon characters based on animals that have been extinct for over 100 years, which is, okay, pigeons are not going to go extinct. No matter what the hell we do to this planet, pigeons will make it. But, and the fact that you can't find a salmon plushie, it's very sad. When I read that for the first time, I thought that was going to be, like that you would be able to collect them all or whatever.
Part of shipbreaking. But you got this.
It is not so. It's very
Continue when
sad.
you're ready, Cutter.
But look at little Bunny. He's a good boy. Every now and then he, he squeaks. Did you hear that? He doesn't always do it, but when you go...
all the pigeons, they could go extinct.
Yeah, I guess. When I lean over to the window, Bunny has a chance of making a little squeaky noise, and he's just... he's so perfect. Look at his little face. He's got the perfect, like, :3 mouth. It's just so good. So, upgrades available. I could increase the range of my cutter, of my grapple. be good. Also this, durability drain rate. That's the most important thing. If your stuff stops wearing out so quickly, you don't have to keep paying for repairs. Scan systems mode. That's also a useful one to get. I can't afford the oxygen upgrade. That was probably unwise of me. Okay. What other sticker did we get? Oh yeah, we got the unavoidable one of hear a cutter mention the word beer. Priorities. Alright. So I think Weaver wants to, teach me how to break down reactors. But I'm going to finish breaking down this one first. Because we're very nearly done with it. Probably won't even take a whole shift. I can smell toast. I'm not having a stroke. I think Mum's cooking something. Cut the box. Go. Thank you. Oop. That was a bit misaligned. Whatever. But yeah, I just imagine having a salmon plushie. That's just so good. I would love to have a salmon plushie in my space game. But alas, not so. Glass. Oh, it came out in one piece. Pleased with my cuts there. That's nice. This one.
An animal plushie asterisk with bones in it asterisk.
Hell yeah. Always need bones.
Cutter, you out of tethers?
Oh, I am. I was using them willy-nilly without thinking about it. I've got to buy my own tethers as well because, God forbid, my boss actually, like, you know, gives me the tools I need to do my job. Anyway, I'm going to pull computers out from here. Like this. They don't need tethering. Oh yeah, so now I've got the systems mode scan. So structural shows me what gets, what I can cut. System shows me what's plugged into what, basically. So things in green are electrical. Red is the fuel system, so things that are potentially flammable.
Credit applied.
Purple is radiation. Coolant is light blue. Oh, and reactant.
Salvage deposit registered.
What is reactant? Reactant's not a thing. I don't know. Whatever. Nearly weaponized that storage bin. I have actually like died in this game from pulling a storage bin too quickly at myself and cracking my helmet open and literally dying.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Like it's impressive because they're relatively light. It means you can accelerate them very rapidly without realizing. So you know, just like yoink them towards you at incredible speeds. Alright, so now I need to let's see if we can actually finish this without going to buy more tethers. Then again, I've got the time. It's not like I'm running low on shift clock, so probably. Oops. It's fine. Just caught the corner of that panel there. Probably is safest to get the tethers now.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
They're so pricey. They're more expensive than oxygen. Well, I guess that's a good thing. That means oxygen isn't, like, ludicrously expensive. Given that oxygen, you know, is a basic necessity, that's kind of good. That random fuse, I should be able to pick that up. I will be able to pick it up later, but not yet. I'm gonna grab the O2 and the medkit, even though I'm not injured. And I think we should just be able to tether the whole rest of the ship into the bin. Sorry, the furnace. Yep, it's just hell yeah. The power of tethers. Wait, no, there's a door console. Give me that button back. Great. It's alright, I got it. Is it the only one? I think it was the only one.
Accepted. Credits transferred.
Ah, nope, there was an alt. I'm glad I checked. It's all good.
Salvage registered.
Keep moving. Why did the tether break? I don't know why the tether broke. guess it probably like rotated or something a bit weirdly and twisted away from having direct line of sight. They do that sometimes. Yeah, so it's going to drift in there. Hurry it up a little bit. Oh, we go.
Raw material deposited.
So that'll break itself
Transferring
down.
credits.
Once it reaches past the red line on the outside, it will generally pull itself in without any further like pushing on your part. This also means if you've got something that's drifted in by accident, if it's crossed the red line, you are not pulling that back out again. Even if you try very, very hard. Ow. Anyway, so only 5 minutes of that shift. Hang on a second. Why am I not? Okay, my red missed stuff and my yellow completed stuff have not met up in my salvage bar across the top. What have we got that's just floating around that needs to actually be put in your proper place? Computer control chip. What is this? Yeah, no, all of that's just stuff I can't actually interact with at the moment. What is that? Give me that. It's a bit of panel. Ah, one of the tiny weeny bit of cables. That was all I was...
Raw material accepted.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think that was it, but whatever. Close enough. The ship is done. Let's go and learn how to break down reactors. Whee! Oh my god, who wants to phone me now?
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have
What are you
one.
being so chatty for?
Hey, Rook.
Go away, Lou.
You ever think about starting your own business out there?
She wants to
You know,
tell me about her
being
dreams and
your own
ambitions.
boss. I swear, one day I'll get a decent belt runner and make my own money. Maybe bring my old man along to help sniff out the good rocks. My dream is to tinker with ship designs. Maybe build some machinery to help with heavy-duty mining. Make it safer. If we ever both get out of here, I'd hire you in a heartbeat. If you don't end up coming with me, I hope you get to make your own way out there.
Thank you,
Definitely
Lou.
ping me if you do.
It's very nice
Lou
of
out.
you. She cares not only about her own dreams and ambitions, but also my dreams and ambitions. I have no dreams and ambitions. I have only bunny character D. He is all I could need in the
Hello,
universe.
Shipbreaker. This is your morning
I mean, look at that. You accrue $500,000 worth of costs overnight. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back every day. Absolutely brutal. Anyway, let's see what Weaver wants. Training ship. Shoop. Not quite sure what that little sound effect is meant to be. It's like a ticket dispensing and then like, I guess, a toot of a tug pulling the ship into the bay or something?
I remember
no
my
idea.
first reactor pull. I was shaking like a leaf.
Okay.
You got less on the
Basically,
line now, but
reactors
still,
start to melt down as
let's
soon as you
try
pull
to do
them.
this without a critical meltdown. Looks like this ship's reactor's towards the aft, but there are lots of different configurations out in the wild. Okay,
This is true.
we're only focused on one thing right now. Pull the reactor and get it on the barge. As soon as you disconnect the reactor from this ship, it'll start to melt down. So act
That
fast.
seems like an
Make
inherently
sure you
unsafe
have an
design,
exit
but you know,
strategy
sure.
ahead of time.
Oh, we've actually got thrusters today. Yay, that's the purple here. That means I need to get inside and release it properly. I hadn't accounted for that. It's okay. Take these exterior paneling off. Of course, what Weaver has not actually said when he says that, that my task is to get the reactor, is that my shift clock will kick in as soon as I pull the reactor. So I want to actually start breaking down the ship while I'm not on the clock, and then pull the reactor, and then finish the ship. Do as much as I can while I'm not being timed. Which is, you know, not the point, but never let it be said I follow the spirit of the law when I can follow the letter of the law.
Credits awarded. Salvage deposit confirmed.
Lawful evil.
Applying credit. Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Now I smell cheese. My goodness. No idea what my mom was cooking.
Registered.
Well,
Account
and again,
credited.
toast, cheese, it's not rocket science. But whatever. Trenchant Smith is a weird name for a ship. Obviously, all the ship names are like procedurally generated from the word list. And unfortunately, the word list is not as long and varied as you might like. You see a lot of like repeated adjectives and stuff. Which is a bit of a shame. It'd be fun if they would expand that. Have I got all 4 nacelles off now? I think I have. Looks like it, yes. Okay, let's go inside.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Wow, there's just a fuel tank sitting there. Good, that's safe. Excellent.
All right.
Okay,
This one's
so I
pretty
need to
easy.
eject the thruster
Should
first.
just
Like
slide
this.
out of her coolant casing with a good yank from your grapple. Try to have your extraction fully planned out before disconnecting it from the ship.
Absolutely. You do not want it to melt down while you know, frantically cut a hole in the wall for you to actually push it through. That is not a good
Salvage accepted.
situation to be in.
Credit applied.
So I'm going to take the floor out here. It should be nice and easy. Like this. We can pull this computer off here, because that's going to go in the barge. Flooring is going in the processor. That is the cat jumping up behind me. She made me jump. It's fine. Okay, so that exposes the reactor to the barge. The reactor has to go straight down in a straight line. I am going to get rid of some of the things that might accidentally catch fire if it runs past them while like sparking or stuff, because it does sometimes spark. Like this. Well, okay, that wasn't going to spark, but this is going to spark. Thrust of fuel. So yeah, now we can pull the reactor like that, tether it to the barge. It's going to go straight down. The character breathes heavily because she's panicking. I'm not panicking. It's
Well,
fine.
congrats, Cutter.
Easy peasy.
You're
And now my
certainly
ship clock
picking this
starts.
stuff up faster than I did back in the day. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to it till you get to the next rank. Until then, remember this. Measure twice, cut once. And tethers are your
Wow.
friends.
Tethers
luck out
are
there,
your
Cutter.
friends.
We were out.
Thanks, boss. Why is that not pulling? Just because it's too heavy. Tether is my friend. Yeah, okay. So the reactor mounting plate also is going in the processor. Good. So we can take that panel off and that'll go with it. Wow, why did that pull at such an angle? The rest of the ship has been misaligned by that piece pulling past it. Oh, because it's taking those fuel trucks with it. Okay, I shouldn't be doing that. Give me those back. Oi. 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 Get out of here. I hadn't noticed those were still attached. Oops. It's fine. As long as they don't pass the red line. As long as I don't go past the red line either. Falling into the processor. No! No, 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 no. Don't go past the red line.
Credits awarded.
Ah, darn it. Okay, so that fuel tank is lost to the processor.
Achieved.
Rip me. That was expensive. How are your chickens? I'm assuming you were tending the chickens. How do your neighbors feel about your chickens, by the way? I'm always curious to know this. Like people who live in, you know, suburban settings who have chickens in their back garden. Let's see if we can do the fancy, like, all of them tethered together.
The chickens are new hyphen the last of the old flock passed away, right after we got a new pair.
Oh no, sad. Right, let's tether all of these together. Like this. Like they do in the cinematic.
Running low.
And then pull
And
all of
how the
them.
neighbors feel. I assume they can't mind too much as they aren't very noisy.
Oh, that's good. You see, this is always my problem. Like, those tethers are going to snap because they're facing the wrong way. Like, you know, that didn't help move these things efficiently. Just, wasted tethers. So yeah, the whole daisy chain thing that Reva was talking about is a lot harder to actually pull off than you would think.
Skill issue.
Yes. I mean, yes, it is definitely a skill issue, but also my attempts at acquiring said skill have failed. That was a power cell, by the way, that little purple thing I just pulled. It's a battery that is powering something inside here. Not sure what. Possibly the computers. Be really careful cutting next to all these flammable objects. Oh my god. Never mind. Yeah, let's just get flammable fabric and a fuel tank and me with a cutter. Good. That'll end well. What have we got here? Data banks. They get to go in the barge. I hope somebody's already taken the data off them because that is not my job.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Are you all for the processor? Yeah, it is all for the processor. That's alright. I am drifting towards the barge. That's okay. Unlike the furnace and the processor, falling into the barge does not kill you. Whereas if you fall into the furnace or the processor, it most certainly will kill you. Oh, we've got another bunny. Hello, sir. You see, like, I wish that it could be one of the others. You know, I wish I could have a whole collection of tiny virtual plushies. All sorts of shapes and colors.
Applying credit.
I would appreciate that.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Oh, statistically profitable levels, you say? Oh, I'm sorry. Suffocating on company time is bad for the company. It's fine. I'll buy more tethers while I'm over here as well. Float.
Welcome to Vendor 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Alright. Keep on keeping on. Broken down the port side. Let's go and do starboard. This side's going to be airlock should come out nice and easy, or it would if I was looking in the right direction. 3 cut points on the bottom, 3 on the top. Can't see anything because I'm being blinded by molten metal. I hope that my space helmet has got welder's goggles or whatever built in. You know, Otherwise, that's a whole extra, like, fun medical issue for Lynx to have to worry about. Okay, pull the door console off, thank you. And the same one for the outside airlock console. That's even more valuable than a normal door console, right? I think. Which is funny, like, it's a button. How expensive can a button be? Yes, it's a magic space button.
Transferring credits.
Makes it inherently better. And the airlock goes into the barge.
I guess it's a very fail-safe button.
Yeah, probably. But of course, later on we get AI-infested ships as your hazard level goes up. And one of the things that the AIs just love to do is randomly pressurize and depressurize airlocks. It's not actually like a problem, because like for one thing, you're always wearing a helmet, so you don't like suffocate from having your airlock randomly depressurized. And as long as it's airlocks that they're worrying about and not the actual like interiors of the ship, it shouldn't send objects flying. But sometimes they do that as well. Basically, they live to cause trouble because they are angry little monkey, robo monkey. Because, you know, making AI illegal upset them, I guess. They've been denied personhood. But given that they seem to, you know, spend all their time trying to kill people and or convert them to their religion, like, they're not very nice. They don't make a good argument for not vaporizing them. How have I lost so much? What did I lose? Oh, it was that fuel tank. Wow, that was a pricey fail. Darn it.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
But yeah, so the AI just want to go out into the universe and convert everybody to the Church of the Machine God.
Salvage
And
secured.
literally no one wants
Applying
it.
credit.
Alright, I'm gonna tether these bins together. Or I would if I could target them correctly. Thank you, Resicle, for just zipping around all over the place. Alright, should pull all 4 of them. These. Hopefully without, you know, bonking myself in the face and dying. Yeah, nice.
5 minutes left, Cutter. How you use them is entirely up to you.
Okay, can we finish this ship in the next 5 minutes?
Additional rewards.
I reckon we probably can. Okay, that's the power junction. I need to take the roof off this panel. More flammables. It's fine. Fuck! Okay, it's fine. I did not set fire to all that fabric. I nearly did. Good grief. Okay, sting it. Make more sense. There we go. Okay, stuff that's going in the barge, go in the barge. Please.
Secured.
Thank you.
Account credit
Okay,
applied.
brief. I don't have objects mode. I keep expecting to go into objects mode in my scanner, and I don't have it unlocked. And every
Salvage
time it
deposit
surprises me.
accepted. Credits transferred.
Every single time. What's that? That's my O2. Okay. Anything stuck to this? No. I swear I just saw an O2 bottle here. One of you an O2? Yeah, you're an O2 bottle. Lovely.
Oxygen levels.
Grab the fuel bar here.
Applying credits to account.
What is that? That's a food pack. Get in the bin. Power junction. I should be prioritizing actual things that will give me money here. Okay, it's fuel.
Salvage deposited. Applying
Package
credit
kit.
to account.
Can I get the whole lot into the furnace without breaking it down any further? probably can, to be honest. Yes, I can, actually, fairly easily. Good. Is everything here going in the furnace? Yes, yes it is. We haven't got any door consoles that I haven't grabbed. Yep. All looks good. Scooch. Bottle. Get in the bin. We got 2 minutes to get this drifted in. I will drift in the next 2 minutes. Anything else kicking around? Has that fuel tank made it down to the barge? Push. No, it hadn't.
Salvage accepted. Credit
There we go. We get the happy music of you made money. The best kind of music. Alright, this is nearly in. Tether's broken. Push. Keep moving. Structure aluminium. Burn. Burn. Oh, I'm not even going to hit 95%, I don't think. I hit 94%. That's so irritating. That one stupid fuel tank.
material deposited. Account credit applied.
Alright. There we go. Ship broken down. It's our first reactor break. All good stuff. Under time, obviously, due to my sneaky little breaking down bits before the timer started stuff, but still pleased with myself. I drifted too far. Actually, you know what? I can go and get the secret item while I'm here. Assuming it's even here. Yeah, there it is. Secret item. Grab. There's a data drive stuck to the back of your hab. Somebody's diary, and they wanted to just bitch about the company without being found out. $8 million, even better. And I made it to Junior Apprentice, rank 6. Hell yeah, pleased with myself. What time is it? Oh, it's 5 minutes to. Oh, okay, right. I won't start another ship then. I guess I'll just leave it here. Oh, let's see what Lou has to say
Hello,
first.
Shipbreaker.
She's got opinions.
You have one.
Howdy, Rook.
Oh yeah, oh
So,
yeah. She's bringing
this
us
can be, an awkward
news of the
subject.
Union.
But you've probably noticed Lynx doesn't take great care of us.
Subversive activity.
Up until maybe 100 years ago, workers like us would sometimes form these groups called unions and go toe-to-toe with the company. They'd argue for better wages, safer work, decent hours, that kind of thing. Lynx was actually part of getting rid of them, but some of us are trying to bring it back. I can tell you're a good person and a hard worker. The company will use you up. It's just built that way. So I thought you might be interested in the Union News Group. There are new messages every couple of days. Read them, don't read them, trash them, whatever. Just keep it on the down low. The others don't know about it. Weaver and Dee are a bit too by the book. Kaido is just too anxious.
Yeah, but clearly I'm giving off the right vibes to, you know,
I wanted
this
you
is someone who
to have
can
the
be
info.
brought into our
I was glad
subversive
someone
group
gave it to me when I
that
was
will
sick.
get me fired if I'm, you know, found out
Okay,
about.
Spiel over. See you in the
Ah.
yard, Rook. Blue out.
She means well. Thanks, Lou. Also, she's got such a cool haircut. She's just a very cool, like, punky character design. The pink hair. It's a good
Good
vibe.
morning, Shipbreaker.
Anyway, I'm going
This
to
is
leave
your
it here
daily
for
wake-up
today.
call.
Hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of Hardspace Shipbreaker. You can kind of see why it's so addictive, you know. It's just... Because it's these little chunks of 15-minute shifts. You're always like, oh, I'll just do one more shift. And then suddenly it's like 4 hours later and you've broken down another 6 ships. And it's like, oh.
Leaving just as my Absol hit LV50.
Oh, Absol, what a great Pokemon though. So good. So handsome. Love to have a sword on my head.
I now wow.
So good. Just immediately transports me to like the rainy area outside Fortree in Haran in Ruby and Sapphire. God, throwback. So good. Anyway, yes, I need to actually wake up before I can
Hey
get
there,
the-
Russ.
There she is. Doesn't she look
Saw that you
great
found
with the
an old
leather
data
jacket
drive
and
worth
the cool
Now,
undercut
I'm
and
a bit
stuff?
of a tech head and a history
She's
head,
baby.
so I love
Thanks.
movies.
Oh god, I can't cancel
They're
her
uncensored
chit chat.
info.
She's got to get through her spiel again.
Sometimes it's junk, but
That's fine.
sometimes,
Basically, she's just telling me
it's
that
gold.
I can
Either
find
way,
old
it's a more
like data
genuine view of
drives
the
and
colonies than what you see on the
yeah,
garbage news network.
listen to
I'm sending
people.
you a data recovery program.
Thank you.
You'll see it on your HAB terminal. Soaking in solar radiation mangles up the data pretty bad, but you can usually pull one or
Anyway,
two intact
yeah.
files.
So we finished Demon Souls.
Hopefully it'll give you a better
We've
sense of the wider
had
world.
a nice chill
Warts and
afternoon
all.
playing Shipbreaker.
Have fun.
No idea
Later,
what
Rook.
I'm going to play on Wednesday. Absolutely no idea. So that's fun. I'll have to think.
Priceless.
But yeah, so I will be around whatever I decide I'm going to play. I don't know. Oh, can't believe I have to think about it, but that's okay. In the meantime, have a lovely beginning of the week, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Bye
Hey,
for now.
Cutter.
Oh my god, we've
You're
got
going to start getting pressurized shifts now.
Yay,
Lou
pressure.
and I will show you the ropes when you're ready.
Under pressure. Pushing down. Right, perfect note to end on. Right, bye everybody.